Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm gonna be playing the Uncle of Nintendo. Sorry if the quality is a bit bad. This is my first time making a video like this, so let's go. I might make a part 2 for it if I can't finish all the innings to the game, so let's go. Okay, guess so. Okay, your best friend David invited you to a sleepover at his house this weekend. You've been friends since first grade, so asking your mom is basically only a formality. On Friday night, you are home for only a few hours, long enough to pack, get into a fight with your younger sister, pack some more, and watch some TV. At 6 sharp, you're standing on the sidewalk outside Dave's house while your mom idles in a car nearby. She leans out the window to you. You behave yourself, okay? She says, as always. I'll be at work, but if anything happens, you call me. Yes, ma'am. I'll pick you up tomorrow at 3, she says, again as usual, but then she pauses, looks up at the sky that's been overcast throughout the day. If you play outside, she adds, be careful, it's probably gonna rain. Okay, I'll just go with that one, yeah. After you part, your mom drives down the street, disappearing around the corner. You turn to Dave's house. The lights inside are glowing warmly. You can see Dave waving at you from his bedroom on the second floor. Head inside. Ooh. It is 6 p.m. Dave's mom meets you just inside. Hello, she says. Dinner will be ready in a few minutes, but you can drop stuff off in the den. You and Dave are camping out there tonight. Cool. You drop your sleeping bag and overnight bags in the corner of the den and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch, a grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a set of patio doors on the far side of the room, you can see the sky is just as grey as it was when your mom left. Framed pictures line the walls, and over the dark fireplace hangs a monstrous I don't know how to say that. I think I'm saying that word right or wrong, I don't know. A pair of antlers from a buck that Dave's dad shot years ago. And of course, there's a big screen TV. Sometimes it makes you uncomfortable how much nicer Dave's house is than yours. Anyway, you drop your blah 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 blah. Okay, we already did all of that. Dave entered the room while you weren't paying attention, and he now stands in the doorway smiling expectantly. Are you ready for dinner? He asks. Yeah. Okay. Dinner passes quickly. Tonight's meal is spaghetti and meatballs, one of Dave's favorite meals, as his mother points out while piling a helping on your plate. And Dave's father cracks a... Wait, that wasn't a beer at all. That's a glass of lemonade. Why would you even think yours a beer? Dave's father doesn't drink alcohol. You're quite certain of that fact, now that you've remembered it. Well, whatever. Dave's father sips the lemonade, whatever, and jovially, interrogates you about how much trouble you and Dave are getting into at school. Dessert is heaping bowls of ice cream drizzled in chocolate sauce. You can't even finish yours. The grandfather clock ticks in the den. The grandfather clock in the den chimes. Holy. You can go along now, says Dave's mom, smiling from her side of the table. We'll clean up in here. Let's go to the TV. Ready? Let's go get the TV ready, says Dave. The two of you leave the dining room and head upstairs. Dave's room is immense. You stay in the den because the TV is larger there, but there's a sizable one here, flush with the wall opposite the full-size bed. We'll take the 64 down first, says Dave, heading towards his TV and opening the entertainment center cabinet. It's his prerogative, of course. He gets to choose what you play first, usually. But as Dave begins unhooking the cords of the N64 from the TV, you catch sight of other things that he has in there. All the major stuff. An old SNES, a PlayStation, a Dreamcast, but some other things too. Things you don't really recognize. A large black box with green highlights. A smaller purple one. A strange white and yellow tower with what looked like gloves resting on the hooks on either side. Resting on hooks on either side. A compact white cone. What are those? Dave looks to the clutter in the cabin. Oh yeah, he says. They're pretty cool. I can't show them to you. They're still secret. I promised my uncle. Sorry for your weirdness, guys. This chair is pretty old and it's stupid. Of course, you suddenly remember his uncle. The uncle who works for Nintendo. In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking. Okay, 7 o'clock. Ticking softly. Through a nearby set of patio doors, you can see it's getting quite dark. Oh damn, I like this background noise. It's quite nice. Framed pictures line the wall. Blah, 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 blah. From years past. Happy tiny family. Look at pictures of Dave's uncle. You don't find any, not one. The only pictures here are of Dave and his parents. That makes it easy. Time passes. 7:30. Okay. Dave is parked in the front of the large TV, playing something on the Nintendo 64. Think about Dave's uncle. It began with Mew. You didn't believe him at first. But when Dave came to school one day and told you he finally caught you. Prove it, you said. So he pulled out his Game Boy and showed you. There it was, Mew, the 151st Pokemon, available only to players at promotional events, somehow unlocked on Dave's game. It's really strong, he said. It KOs every enemy in one hit. Dave demonstrated this claim at recess, when you and some friends linked Game Boys to do battle. You were the first one down. No one else. No. In a few days, everyone had quit playing Pokemon at recess. No, it got a single hit on Dave's Mew. You asked how Dave managed to get it. Oh, my uncle got a job in Nintendo, said Dave. You were walking home together past a construction crews. Dave still... Oh, wait. What a bad storm. Dave still lived next door to you at the time. Wait, this couldn't have been too long ago. When did Dave move? Or something like name it. Okay. He also got me this new Game Boy, said Dave, pulling it out of his pocket. You hadn't noticed it earlier, but yes, Dave had now a sleek new Game Boy color. Until today, he had one of those old brick ones. He had one of those old ones, a big grey brick like yours. This one's a special edition, said Dave. Isn't it cool? You step out of your reflections. The clock chimes. You are in the den. It's probably 8 o'clock. I knew it. Let's go to the kitchen. Okay. Fridge. Soda. Exit the kitchen. Back to the den. Talk to Dave. Storm. Do you think the storm will be as bad as the one before? Yeah, this one. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, says Dave. You don't remember? Remember what? The storm happened, weeks ago. Dave shakes his head. If it was important, I'm sure I would have remembered it, he says. You fall silent. What would you like to talk about? What would never mind. Remember your own Mew. You got a Mew eventually. Another friend had a Game Shark, which you borrowed one day. You spent that entire night unlocking every Pokemon you couldn't obtain in your copy of the game or hadn't yet traded for, including Mew. It didn't one-hit KO most enemies. It was incredibly weak, and you shamefully cheated the game further to make it strong enough. It even looked different from Dave's. Your Mew was small, even cute, standing there with its round, cheerful eye. But when Dave's had wiped out everyone at school, it had looked completely different. Compact, snarling, fierce. You ask him why. What? He said. That had been here in the den. Oh, that thing. Wait. Blah, blah, blah. Oh. Okay. It had been a while since anyone talked about Pokemon. Well, my uncle got a special edition. First of all, he said smoking around, but not looking away from the PlayStation game he was playing. Whatever. That's why mine look different. Second of all, mine can one hit KO because it's the real Mew. You answered to me about that. Just what I said. Dave replied. Just what I said, Dave replied. You cheated and got a fake Mew. So of course there'd be problems, glitches and junk. You fell to cheeks with it. But not me, Dave said. I got the real Mew. And only me. My brother was so jealous. Dave's brother. What about him? Why does remembering that comment make you feel so uneasy? Step out of your reflections. Into room holding another popcorn. How are you doing? She asked. Good, says Dave. Not with the television. I hope you're having fun, says Dave's mom. It's a popcorn. Extra butter. Oh, sweetie, Dave is shoveling popcorn into his mouth. Meanwhile, his mother smiles first at him, then back to you. There's soda in the kitchen if you get thirsty, she says, and some pizza from the other night. If you get hungry. Oh, if you get hungry. Thank you. She looks at Dave. Your father's gone to bed. I'll be there soon myself. I want you to keep it quiet, alright? Yes, Mom, Dave says tiredly. Oh, and before I forget, she adds, your uncle called. He suddenly had some business here in town tomorrow, but he's driving in early. He'll be here around midnight. For the first time, Dave stops playing his game, stops eating popcorn, and turns to look at his mother. Okay, he says, I want you to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and very hungry, so offer him something to eat before he goes to bed. Okay, Mom. Good night, kids. With that, she's gone. So how's your uncle coming? Business. What sort of business? Stuff like that. What does Nintendo do? Pokemon turns you visibly agitated. How should I know? I don't work for them. Right now he's not quite yelling, but if you keep pressing the subject, he might. I'm not sure I believe. Dave takes a moment to respond, as if he is not quite sure he heard it. As if he's not quite sure he heard you correctly. What? I don't believe your uncle works for Nintendo. You think you've finally done it. Dave stands up, fist clenched at his sides, mouth twisting horribly as he struggles to say something. You watch as he takes a step forward towards you, and you clench your teeth and wait. Dave darts forward and pushes you onto the hard wood floor, cracking your skull against the carpet. You take the initiative and throw a punch. Holy! You shove yourself up the floor and send your fist into Dave's stomach. For a moment, stands there gasping in his pajamas, but then suddenly you get a bad expression. You hear something, or you think you hear something, someone shouting, and then you fall and flat on the floor. Okay, collect yourself. Call my mom. Okay. Fix up after 3 rings. Things are really weird here. What do you mean? I just want to go, Mom, please. Okay, I'll call the sitter and tell her to come pick you up. It'll probably be an hour. Is that okay? Can't you make it faster? No, it's not gonna happen, honey. You just sit tight. Thank you. Head back to the den and pack your things. Enter the den, doesn't look away from the TV as you come in. Quietly begin gathering your things. This draws Dave's attention. What are you doing? He asks. Explain that you are leaving. What? Dave stands up, not even bothering to pause the game. No, you can't leave. It's almost time. Almost time for what? You can't go, says Dave, ignoring your question. There's so much stuff I planned for tonight. I was gonna let you play the next Zelda game. The one that's not even out yet. But before you can say anything, he's already running upstairs. Dave continuously runs up and down the stairs, bringing you games and consoles while you pack your things. Every time he presents you something new, you ignore him or brush it off with an uncaring shrug. Please, says Dave. Just stay. Stay the night, please. After you hear a car honk. No, you say. And with your night bag slung over your shoulder, you march to the front door and exit into the night. As you walk to the to the sitter's car, you can see your little sister in the back, still in her pajamas. The sitter, a high school girl who lives down the street from you, looks incredibly unhappy to be here, but you think you'll be able to handle her. As you climb into the car, you cast one last look over your shoulder, back to the house. Davy is standing in the doorway, totally still, not screaming, not crying, not doing much of anything. The car begins to pull away from the house, and as you watch, you see his parents appear in the doorway behind him. I'm not gonna wave. Without acknowledging you, Dave's parents lay their hands on his shoulders. They turn Dave back into the house, the door closing just as everything slides out of view. When you turn around in the car seat to look out the back window, you can't even see the house's lights. Dave doesn't show up to school on Monday. Dave doesn't show up in school on Tuesday or Wednesday. On Thursday, you ask your teacher, Mr. Scott, where Dave is. He blinks at you confusedly. Oh, he says eventually. Dave, well, I'm surprised he didn't tell you about this. But he and his family moved away. The house is empty when you ride your bike by that afternoon. It somehow seems even larger without anyone without anything or anyone in it. A for sale sign stands in the yard out front. You go home. You never see Dave again, and eventually, as the years pass, you forget about him entirely. The end. The uncle of Nintendo. Endings. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's 4 more endings to go. So I need to complete all of these ones, and then there's 4 more. So I just completed 1. Okay, boys. Thank you for watching this video. Part 2 of the Uncle Works for Nintendo will come out soon. And when I'm finished with this series and I complete the whole game, I will start my Overwatch series again. See you, boys, and bye.